Welcome to 3Oul 3Isters. I am your host, Lona Kasasa Jemima, and today I have a very young and talented 3Oul sister who is going to inspire all of you, many young souls that are watching today. As she is an actress and she has achieved very much on her journey as an actress. She's going to share with us how that has been, how her childhood has been, and I hope that you can relate with her since she's a young soul and she has so much that she is going to tell us. But before that, I would like to thank the people hosting us here, our Daughter's Exclusive that has beautiful furniture. Please come and check it out. It is very unique furniture, very elegant, that can make your home look very classy and very comfortable to be in. So without any further ado, let us dive in with Patience. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, Lona.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you tell our viewers about yourself?
Dear viewers, my name is Patience Kihunde Akiki, and yeah, I'm an actress. I'm a super soul sister.
That's amazing.
I'm delighted to be here. Really.
That is good.
Yeah.
So our viewers want to know your journey.
Well, like I've told you, I'm Patience Kihunde Akiki, and I am Toro by tribe. And I was born in Fort Portal in, it's now a district, but by then it wasn't a district. It's now Bunyangabo district.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm born to Mr. Simwe Stephen and Miss Kemgisa Elizabeth. Yeah, we are two, and I'm the firstborn.
Really? You're just two children?
Yes.
Two girls or?
No, me and a boy.
Are you the firstborn?
Yes, I'm the firstborn, followed by a boy.
How was it like growing such a small family?
Well, it was beautiful, but also at some point, I think it makes you grow faster than you should.
Yes.
Because now for me, since he's young and I am 7 years older than him, so most of the time I was in school and then he was at home, and then when I'm at home, he's at school because of the age difference. Yeah, so the classes were really
far apart.
Far apart. Yeah, so at some point it was lonely, and then you had to figure out a way of how to, you know, to figure out things by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, so that made me kind of like grow faster. Yeah.
How's your relationship like with your parents growing up?
It was beautiful.
Yes.
Because, you know, being a first child and a daughter, yeah, you find that it is so protective. They're very protective of you, and then they love you very much. So for me, it was beautiful, both my mom and my dad.
Good.
Yeah.
So which primary school did you attend?
All my school life, I was in Fort Portal. First, for primary, I went to St. Paul's Junior, Ruengoma. It's in Fort Portal in a place called Ruengoma. Yeah, so that's where I went.
You weren't in boarding?
Hey, I was in boarding. Actually, what I've forgotten is that I went to 3 different schools. Because first of all, I went to a boarding school when I was very young, at the age of 3.
Wow.
Yes.
Why? Where was that?
My mom was a working mom,
Yes.
and then, you know, issues with maids has not started today.
Yeah.
It started back in the days, and me growing up, I think my mom felt it was safer being in school, in a boarding school. I mean, I didn't know about a kindergarten because probably my boarding was a kindergarten.
The age of 3.
Yeah.
You started nursery.
Yes, I was already in school.
And in boarding school.
Yes, in boarding school.
And how was that like?
I have so many memories because learning how to shower, to brush my teeth, to smear, that was in school. Because I remember my matron, that was in a school called Kabarole Islamic. Right now it's called Kabarole Parents in Fort Portal still. Yeah, so I remember the matron doing all that for us. She was very amazing.
Yes.
I give all my credits to that school because me, as a girl, I believe I learned most of those things from there. Everything those guys taught.
So you never had any difficulty leaving your parents, you know, when you're a child and you're starting school, you know, we see it with kids these days.
Yeah.
They're starting school, the child is crying, they don't want to leave mommy, you weren't attached? Or?
I was an attached kid, because most of my time growing up, it was me and my mom, because my dad was far away working from somewhere else. But going then to school, these guys at school made it feel like it was home away from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they gave me that experience of like, I'm safe here. I have the matron, and then there was the director of the school. He was like a father to me.
Yeah.
So really, I didn't feel that much.
How often did your mom visit?
My mom really always visited so much, because being a young
child.
Yeah, and then being in a boarding school, she oftenly visited really.
So wait, you were in a different school, nursery?
Yeah. But that was, well, I went to Kabarole Islamic, that's primarily still. Then I went to another school in Kasese called Mother Care. Then I finalized my P7 in a different school, that's St. Paul's Junior.
Why were you changing schools?
Well, what I remember is that my mom used to tell me, they're not taking care of you so well. But the first at Islamic, which I believe raised me, it was because the school got burnt. And I was one of the survivors, of the kids that survived the fire.
Yes.
So I was changed because of that. Then the other school that I took me in, still I was young, that's Mother Care. And the care wasn't really for a mother. The care wasn't for a mother. Yes. My mom is like,
no,
let's shift back. And then still it was far, because Kasesa and Fort Poto, it was far. So my mom wanted to put me where she can always see me from. So that's when she shifts me to St. Paul's Junior.
Where
I completed my P7.
I'm going to take us back a little bit.
Yeah.
We want all the details.
Okay.
So in this Kabarole Islamic, how long were you there for?
Kabarole Islamic, I was there from nursery till P3.
P3.
Yeah, and that's when the school gets burnt.
In P3 it's when the school burnt.
Yeah.
Could you tell us how that experience was?
What
happened? What led up to the fire?
I can't tell, because we're very young. I can't tell really what happened.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. All we know is that fire happened, and
you were in the dorms.
Yeah, actually many pupils, may their souls rest in peace, died.
Yeah.
And at that moment it was a very tragic, traumatizing moment. So really I cannot tell you that I remember. What I remember is that it was a very tragic, traumatizing.
Do you remember how you managed to escape, how you were able to be a survivor?
All I remember is that I was standing outside the gate, wrapped in a bedsheet.
That's all you remember?
That's all I remember.
You don't remember that tragic...
I don't remember the rest of the things. The only thing that I remember is how the fire began. And of course the noise that you hear, people are shouting, and then you wake up.
Yeah.
Because the fire, there was a dormitory for small kids. The fire started from the dormitory next to the small kids. So actually most of the kids in my dormitory died, because our dormitory was that for small kids. They wouldn't mix us up with the big girls, as they used to call them. I'm not sure of who died and who didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just sure of like just one person. I got to follow up with her because we're living in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that's how we got to know that, oh, you survived. Yeah, I survived.
Why did your mom opt to take you to a school so far?
Well,
especially after the traumatic experience.
I think at the moment it's because, you know, what parents do is they always hear, this is a very beautiful school, education-wise and all those things, and then care. But I think for me, my mom, it was always about the care and the performance in academics. Yeah, so I think that's why she took me to such a school. And I think she was also scared of putting me again in a school in Fort Poto because of the risk. Yeah, so I think she had it in mind of what if also another school burns. Yeah, so I think
she opted for that.
Yeah.
Yes, and you were there for how long?
In Mother Care in Kasese, I was there for P4. Because by the time the other school got burnt, I was getting done with my P3. So P4 till P6.
Till P6.
Yeah.
So you were there for a while, for
Yeah.
about 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and
And
how
that's
was it?
when-
How did you make any friends?
Kasese,
No.
it wasn't, I didn't love it.
Ah.
It gave me this feeling of you're far away from home. I really even didn't make friends there. Yeah.
So I realized in your journey in
Yeah.
primary,
Yeah.
you don't talk about your father. Did you ever have any personal contact with your father or any personal relationship with him?
Yes, I did, but long distance marriages or relationships, should I
Yeah.
say, because he's working in a different city and then not even city, in a different district, and then your mom is also working in other like different organizations.
Yes.
So, and the person that I was always with most of the time was my mother.
Yes.
My dad was working as a driver in one tea company. It's all actually still in Fort Portal. My father was in Fort Portal, well, my mom was in Chenjojo.
Yes.
Yeah, but they were all working in different companies. My dad was a driver in the company in Mpanga,
Yes.
Mpanga Tea Factory.
What were your favorite subjects in primary?
Well, English and social studies, SST, that's what they used to call it. I almost called it geography, yeah. But English and SST.
Yeah. So we're going to take a very brief short break, our viewers, and we're going to come back with Patience as she continues to tell us about her school life and how it was like growing up with her mom and her brother. Please stay tuned. Thank you for staying tuned. I would like to thank our hosts, our Daughter's Furniture, that is located here at Spear House. Please come and check out their beautiful and affordable furniture that can make your home unique and comfortable. As for those that are just joining us, we were here with Patience, our dear young actress that is here to inspire you today. So how was the transition? Which school did you attend for your O-level?
I went to St. Maria Goretti Girls School, still in Fort Portal.
Yes.
It's on the hill of Virika, around there, Virika Hospital and Virika Cathedral. Yeah, so I went to that school and I was there for the 6 years.
Really? You didn't
Yes.
just attend O-level?
Yeah, I went back for A-level. That's how amazing I loved it.
Are you the one who chose it after P7? Or your
No.
mom?
I wanted a school called Nyakasura School, still in Fort Portal. That's a school I wanted to go to, and also Mary Hill in Imbara. But I didn't manage to make it to Bara, so I thought I would go to Nyakasura.
Yes.
But then because of the discipline, I was told, because of the discipline, and then it being a Catholic school, my dad really wanted me to go to Maria Goretti Girls. Also my mom, both my parents wanted me to go there. I found myself
Was it
there.
easy for them to convince you to? Because as children, as we grow up, we develop our own opinion.
Yeah.
And what we want is what we want.
They didn't even need to convince me. I always knew that my parents would always wish for me the best thing. So if they told me anything, I would talk to them, but if I reason with them, then really
So
I go
you
for
weren't
it.
a stubborn child,
No.
as you are very humble.
No, I think I was a good child. My parents need to resound that openly. Yeah, I was a good daughter.
You didn't get into trouble?
No.
Not at all, not even during the village stuff?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all. The only time I got in trouble, and that was because of the whole school, the whole class. It wasn't me, it wasn't just me. It was the whole class, and me being a good daughter, I was scared. I was like, now my parents are going to say I'm a bad kid. That was in our senior 4.
Yeah.
My class rebelled. They're like, we are not doing this, we want to go home, we want to go home. They suspended all of us.
Really?
The good thing they suspended, they didn't expel.
Yeah.
We're doing our UNEB exams, and then girls were mad over some things, and then they suspended us for a week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my parents were really mad. Then my mom, growing up with my mom, she instilled a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
in me, and a lot of values, and she brought me up to be a lady of virtue, like a virtuous lady, and a disciplined one. So I really didn't let her down.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So how was your O-level like? Let's first focus on your O-level. How
Okay.
was it like?
O-level was amazing. The excitement of going to high school, yeah, that was beautiful. And meanwhile, I forgot something. In my other school that I went to, that's St. Paul's Junior, that one where I completed P7 from. When I joined in my P6. And when I entered class, I found the rest of the students had already started. And students were like, oh my God, she looks like a doll. And you know, I'm a new.
Intimidate you?
Yeah, of course I was scared. I'm like, what are they talking about? Yeah. So when I went, so in school, my name was forgotten. I wasn't Patience. They used to call me Kidoli, Kidoli,
Oh
Kidoli,
my
Kidoli. Yeah.
God.
And I was okay with it because I think I loved it maybe. Yeah. So when I went to when I went to secondary, I found some of the students that I had studied with.
Yes.
That had completed with P7.
Yeah.
So when they saw me, I remember like there were 3 girls that I found, you know, like you knew you've just joined your senior one, and I was going to take my shower. I don't know anyone. And then these 3 girls see me and they're like, Chidoli! Oh my God, we're excited
You're
to
excited
see
to
each
see
other.
someone you know.
Yeah, because you know, high school, you're going to find their senior 6, senior
Yeah.
4 students. Those are big girls. So when you see someone that you know you can vibe with, you're so excited. Yeah, so it was fun because I found there some of my former classmates from primary. Yeah, it was fun.
So you didn't have, you know, you just joined S1.
Yeah.
And you're transitioning now, you're getting, you know, feelings for boys. You're just trying to discover yourself.
Yeah.
Didn't you do any
Funny stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a girl that I am, time came and yeah, you start to get boyfriends here and there. Yeah, because there were neighboring schools,
Yeah, of course.
which are also single-sex schools. So yeah, would go for youth masses. We had what we call youth masses.
What happened there?
Those youth masses would happen, they were like the last Sundays in a month, and all schools in the district would come for prayers to church, to certain churches. There were Protestant churches, that's St. John's Cathedral, and then Catholic students would go to Virika, and that is the church next to my school. Here you're used to seeing, you know, your fellow girls and stuff. So when you go to church, you get to see, you know, different sexes and stuff, and then guys are hitting on you, and then letters. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Actually, it was almost like a meeting point. Yeah, plot. Actually, those youth Sundays, girls would dress up. There are those butter stockings. Butter stockings would come up to here, up to your knee, above your knee actually. And then we had our very cute, beautiful skirts, red skirts, and our white shirts. My dear, you wear your skirt, you wear your stockings, your butter stockings. Then we don't put on these school shoes of, you know, the usual ones. Your mother has bought you a different shoe.
Just
that she knows. No, your mother has bought you a different shoe that she knows, my daughter, it's going to take you 4 years. Senior 4, senior, you know, up to senior 4, from senior 1 up to senior 4. But because, you know, you want to be a good looking girl at school, you're going to reach at school, we used to buy shoes, we used to call them Easies. They are pumps. They're now pumps, yeah. So those pumps would wear them with, my dear, would look so, we feel like we are the designers, as if you're wearing it.
A designer outfit.
Yeah, because with those stockings and those shoes and then your skirt, actually some girls would borrow skirts.
Why? Why is that? To
Because
make it shorter.
Exactly. Your mom has bought you a skirt that is long up to here. So, yeah, you want to wear a skirt that is going to bring out your figure. Yeah, these things.
Then?
Yes, even then the legs, yeah. That's why I would put on those long stockings and then those short skirts. But of course, whenever they would see us, so you'd bypass the nuns when they are not looking. Because when they see you with that short skirt, they're like,
Where have you gotten?
why have you gotten that short skirt? Go back and change and wear. And then there are those of us who wear prefects. Oh my dear. You have neckties that day. Every time at school as a prefect, you even sometimes forget to wear your necktie and your tag. But this time round, you have to wear your necktie. I mean, you're not the usual one, yeah? Yeah, you're not the ordinary student. You have to show those guys that you are a 10 over 10 student. You're not the usual one.
Yeah.
So those youth masses were fun, and then of course you have to meet your friends from who are in different schools, and then you catch up. But then people would share letters.
Yeah.
Would
Those
come.
youth masses.
Yeah, would come back from those youth masses with letters. Boys have written to girls.
Yeah.
Gifts.
Oh. Where were these boys getting these gifts from?
I don't know. I tell you, you think gifts, but anyway, you know, they would wrap them a few things, but anyway.
Did you get any gifts?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to get gifts and then letters. Just know, the moment students come back from a youth mass, you has not gotten a letter. It sometimes would make you feel like, am I not pretty? Or things like that.
Academically, what were your favorite subjects? What subjects did you enjoy studying?
I was always an arts person, so you know, history, literature, and maybe the only science subject that I kind of loved was chemistry.
Oh, that's so odd.
Yeah, it was
I
chemistry.
find chemistry the core of science.
Yeah, the core of sciences, but chemistry, I think it wasn't for me. The teacher, we had this nun. She was so amazing. I feel like should make me understand more, and
what you were studying.
Yeah, and I think most of my friends that I had made were like lovers of chemistry, so every time I would go to them, they would be discussing chemistry and stuff. So
what made you decide to stay in your single sex school?
I think I'd really gotten used to girls. I'd gotten used to being around girls. So now I started imagining going to a mixed school. It's going to be difficult for me to, you know, mix up and stuff. And I'm like, why am I even stressing? And after all, I'm very comfortable here and I'm used to this place. I'm used to everything around. So that's when I decided to stay.
Were there any maybe negative advantages about it?
Maybe drama. You know, girls drama.
Yes.
Oh God.
Girls, we have drama.
Yeah, girls, we are so dramatic.
But what would make you dramatic?
Oh, so and so was backbiting you. I heard you are talking with my boyfriend. That they saw you at the youth master.
So what made you decide, let me go on top of that, like let me be in leadership?
Leadership had always been something that I would always challenge myself to go for. Yeah, so I come to A level, I do an arts course, combination, sorry. Yeah.
Which subjects did you opt
I did literature, entrepreneurship, divinity, and ICT, pure arts. Yeah.
Wow.
Pure arts. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then also with sub leadership, yeah. Though that now I upgraded to being speaker of the school.
So you like leadership roles?
Yeah, I love leadership roles too. Yeah, to make me feel like,
you know, like a serious girl that you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so after A-level, what happened next? You know, you have a Form 6 vacation.
Yeah, Form 6 vacation, of course, I wanted to work. My mom was telling me, oh no, you should, you know, sit down, enjoy your vacation and stuff like that. But I told her, no, I need to get a job. I need to work. I need to get some money and see how is it working. Because I'd never worked, and working was something that I thought would be like so exciting. I just couldn't wait to try working and earning my own money.
What did you want to do? Did you have any particular work that you were interested in?
No, all I wanted was to earn money.
Yes, as long as you're leaving home.
Yes, and all I wanted was to know that I'm earning money at the end of the month. So yeah, I asked my mom to help me get me a job or ask around where she works, at the company where she works, if I could get a job. And she talked to a few people, and then it's a tea company, but at some point I regretted why I asked for it, but then I'm like, right now I can't, because now I told myself, if I tell my mom I'm tired, she'll think I'm very unserious, I don't know what I want. I was like, no, I have to kujiriba. If I've said I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. So I have to face it. It was with a lot of challenges, and then getting tired, and I'm like, man, I guess this is how work is. No. I'm like, I was excited to work. So people who are working, this is how they suffer. So I'm glad I got that experience also.
Okay. We're going to take a very brief break, our viewers, so please stay tuned. As Patience tells us more about her journey, we're going to see how Patience decides to branch off to being an actress. And of course, she's going to have some words to share with you. So please stay tuned.
See. Nga tetulina kabikonda nga tugenda mu kyalo abakulu beetala nga ffenna twekeja sekukulu etuse.
Welcome back, our viewers. Today I brought with me a very young and special Super Soul sister to inspire. Patience has been able to inspire you. We're going to dig deeper into her life and see what made her choose to be an actress. I would like to thank our hosts, Dotash Exclusive. It is located at Spear House along Ginger Road. Please come and check out their furniture. So Patience.
Yeah.
We stopped on your Form 6 vacation.
Yeah.
You've gotten a job.
Yes, please.
You realize it's not rainbows and sunshine. What were the challenges? What made you realize that this is not actually very easy?
First of all, it was the payment. I felt like I was working so much and then I was being underpaid. And then I'm like, really? With all the so much that I go through, to deliver, and then I'm being paid peanut, and I'm like, and I'm like, this is so small. This is actually only enough for my hair. And yet I was looking at my hair, saving up for what I can use while I go to campus, all that. And also the weather and stuff, I realized whether it's raining or not, you have to get out of your bed and show up and on time.
Yes. So what university did you go to?
A friend to my mom brings us a newspaper, and in the newspaper there was Mbara University, and meanwhile we thought Mbara University of Science and Technology was a medical university. And for us to see the courses that are there in the newspapers, we find that it's actually even business courses. So I told myself, if I'm not doing law, then I'm doing a business course. That's how I found my way to Mbara University of Science and Technology, and then I go for procurement and supply chain management.
Yes. And how was campus like?
Campus was amazing, but I think they lied to us when they told us campus is more of chiller. Because no, campus was more stressful, more books, more like you have to use your head more in all aspects, not only academics, but even life. Because once you blink, it's like you're going to sleep. And when you fall, sometimes you might rise or you might not rise. Yeah, so Mbara University was beautiful. And that was a whole new experience because I had to move to Mbara district. Everything was new there, then the language and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say that. The language disturbed you before in Kasese.
Yeah, the language disturbed me before in Kasese, but then here in Mbara, I don't know. I found myself easily blending, and I loved to, to learn their language. And did I have an option anyway? Yeah. I had to learn the language because my classmates, I think 99% of them were Mbara, were Banyankole and stuff.
Your university was good. You experienced everything.
Yeah.
When do you branch off to your career that you're now an actress? When did you decide?
So I studied procurement at the university 3 years down. I graduated in 2019. And after that, I come to the world of looking for jobs, yeah? So now as I'm there, I started looking for what to do. And after that, I did a whole lot of things that are not connected to procurement at all.
For example, like what?
Working in a cosmetic shop as a sales girl.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I moved from there. I work in a restaurant as a waitress. Actually, that is, I worked there first after I had lost my job. The other side where I did my internship. I go to Mbara. There are no jobs. So you have to get anything. You have to get your hands onto anything as long as it can give you survival. Yeah, so I do a waitress job for 2 years, and later on I leave. I'm so interested in doing makeup, so I told myself, I was like, you see this state in which I'm in, I need to employ myself because looking for jobs, I have to employ myself. Yeah, so I find someone who tells me they could help me and train me as a makeup artist, yeah? So this person had also a cosmetic shop at that, and it was also a whole different story. She didn't actually even train me. All she wanted, I realized, and that, by the way, that is how I come to Kampala.
Yes, because I was going to ask you, where are you looking for the jobs? Are you back in Fort Portal? Are you still in Barara?
I went to Mbara, I went to Fort Portal. I went back to Fort Portal. That's when I got that job where I did my internship from.
Yes.
Then I left there after the job was no more.
Yes.
I came back to Mbara.
Yes.
That's when I got the waitress job. Yes. Then from Mbara, that's when I get this woman on social media.
Yes.
I come across her, and then she tells me she's in Kampala. Yes. And also Kampala. Kampala was, here in Kampala itself was scary, my sister.
Yes.
There is a way how I didn't want to be in Kampala. Me as me, I didn't want to be in Kampala because of the different things that I'd heard. I was like, I know life is hard, but Kampala, no, it's a no-go zone for me. I'm not going to go in Kampala. Who is going to go to Kampala? That means if I don't have a job, because my friends used to tell me, if you don't have a job in Kampala, then you have no option but to go and rent a house in the slums. And I'm like, slums? I'm not going there. Yeah, so that is how I come to Kampala, and I had no option. My mom was even surprised because she knew how much I don't like Kampala. So I come to Kampala. The woman had promised to teach me.
Yeah, to teach you
makeup free of charge. Did I have money? I didn't have money. So she promised to teach me makeup free of charge. And then after that, I can start off my own business as a makeup artist. Mukwano to come to Kampala, not knowing the woman. For her, instead, she needed a sales girl. She puts me there in her shop. I work. And I'm working with this thing of, I know after sometimes she's going to teach me, because she kept on telling me, I'll teach you. Time comes, AI is good. Nothing. And I'm like, oh, why? She starts to become now tough. Now I'm like, now this means my dream is going to die if I stay here. And you know those things of sales. If you don't make
if
sales,
you don't make money, then
it's a very hard thing. Either now I applaud marketeers because it's not it's not
as easy as
as we hear it. Yeah. So I left the job because me, I was desperate. I really wanted to start a business of my own. I wanted to work.
You're ambitious.
Yes. So I'm like, this is no longer serving my purpose here. So I left. And I left then. I didn't have a job. I just left.
And you're in Kampala?
I'm in Kampala. And by then I was quarantining with a friend.
Yes.
My friend is like, Mkwan, how are you going to manage here? So I again got another job. I was like, because things were not adding up, so I got another job, and that's this year. I got another job at a cafe as a waitress, So you can now see where I have been. Waitress. Yeah, so a time comes, and that's when I find someone that I knew from high school. There is this girl. She's called Josephine Kabahuma. She's a writer, actually. So she was my schoolmate, but I was a class above her. Yes, I was a class above her. So I find her on Facebook because we're not friends really. So I met her on Facebook and I see she used to post things to do with acting. And meanwhile, what I didn't tell you, growing up, I wanted to act. I always knew that I had it in me. I'm an actress. Yes, but I never got chance and opportunity and stuff like that.
You never acted in the, you know, when we have schools, when we're in schools, we have concerts,
drama things. Yeah, I actually did that in school. I did that in school. I even won an award.
Really? How did you jump that?
I won. Yes, it was. I won
as a best
as the
actress.
best. Actually, wrote a story for my class. We acted it, and as among the actors, we're in senior 4. I wrote down a certain story because I was the class monitor then. So I wrote down a story for us, me and my classmates, and we acted it. And just like that, I won an award, and my story won as the best story among every other thing that the students had written.
So the passion was there, the talent
The passion was always there, like since I was a child. It was always there. Actually, my mom also knew about it. I loved singing and I loved acting. And actually about singing, now I'm realizing we have skipped a lot of stories.
We have.
About singing, my mom is a very supportive mother.
Yes.
She wants her daughter to be like the next star in this world. Yeah. So my mom always supported me to any singing competition. My mom would take me. Weddings. I would sing on weddings. I would dress up like a certain musician, but my mom would get me the songs of that person on a CD. I listen because I know that's my next gig. So that is also something I did when I was still young. I would sing on weddings and they pay me. But acting, I'd never gotten a chance. But singing, I've ever been to a big competition, singing competition, and I reached somewhere, but yeah, I didn't manage to become the winner, to emerge as the winner. So when acting comes my way and I get to know this Josephine, how she posts these things. I'm like, meanwhile, I see you always posting these things, and I would love to become an actress. Can you please help me with how,
Like
what I'm supposed to do, where should I start from? Because now I'm in Kampala and stuff like that. She was like, oh, you're in Kampala, that's easy. So she tells me, I and my man, we have a company, a production company, and we usually have auditions and, filming and stuff, movies. So if you don't mind, one time when there is an audition, you can come by. You never know.
Yes.
If you win yourself a role, then that's it. One time their company had auditions. Choto, that's Choto production. Yeah, it had an audition at National Theatre. And of course I used to follow, because when I interacted with her, she told me, these are our platforms on social media, so you can follow them, so in case of anything, you can be first to know. So one time I see this audition and I'm like, okay, let me go in for it. And by then I'd left work. I know people won't see this as something serious, but it was sexual harassment, so.
That is very serious.
Very serious, though some people don't take it serious. God is good, I got a role. And that was my first movie. That was Nkwanzi's Sleep.
How did you do? How was that? How was your first experience?
It was beautiful.
Yes.
Like, that's when it hit me hard that this is what I was always meant to do. Like when you're doing something and you're at peace, you are happy, then that means that is what you should have always done in the very first place. Because I had never done any job in my life that made me feel so happy and at peace. Like, shooting can sometimes go like 2 extra hours. Like, you find yourselves, you're on set shooting like at midnight, at 2 a.m. But I was very okay. I was very happy, and I'm like, oh my God. And then you have to wake up very early and go and start shooting. And then I had no problem with that. I felt like, and this was my first time, so I knew this is a place I needed to be. So I kept on going for auditions, of course, of which some of them I failed, because I failed because I was never called back. Yeah, so that is how my acting career started.
Yeah. Ah, that's an amazing journey, and I like what you said about the peace that you felt and
Yeah.
how happy you were to work, regardless of the conditions.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and could you advise more on that, because there are many girls, as you've said,
Yeah.
you're a young girl,
Yeah.
and you've started this journey. You've come out of campus, and there are many girls right now coming out of campus,
Yeah.
and what they want is to just get a job.
I think if you do anything and you feel like it's fulfilling, it fulfills you, because let you never do anything that does not align with purpose. Trust me, because each one of us here on earth has purpose. Yeah? Has purpose of what they should do, or why they were created and what they should do. And like me, I always tell people that acting is purpose. It's purpose for me. I think this is one of the reasons why God created
Yeah.
me. And this is the job. If it wasn't acting, then there would not be any other. I think it's not a good idea for us, especially young girls, to go into something just because you're desperate. Because first of all, you're not going to be happy. And as long as you're not happy at that job you're doing, you are not going to deliver as expected. And you will never feel peaceful at all. What is life? Life is already too short for you not to be happy, for you not to be peaceful. Imagine if I told myself, oh my God, I need this job and I need it to stay.
Especially the one where you
Where I was harassed,
Yeah.
I would have given in, because I'm like, I need the job, so I need
and
to
many
give in.
girls these days do give in to those things.
Yeah, they do give in to these things, and I understand why they are doing that, but it's not worth it, sister. Just find something that you're passionate about and
stick to
yeah,
that.
stick to that. It will pay off someday. Trust me, it
Yeah.
will. We experience all these things. I've experienced all these things, but one thing has been like the biggest flex for me. It's been God.
Yes.
Guys, can we learn to be prayerful people? Because this world, you're going to meet a lot of things. It's actually surprising, even at a point where you feel like it's in Chikubye. Oh, you're going to be shocked by how, or even you might, in that place of yours where you're chikubaring it from, you're going to meet so many obstacles. And if you don't have God, you're going to find yourself dying out.
What advice would you give the girls who have heard your story?
What I can tell any girl that is watching me today is that you're going to meet a lot of things that are going to make you want to decide on, I think I should take the shortcut. Because, I mean, we all want to, shoot up to the skies. Anything that is beautiful, it takes time. Patience is so important. We must learn to be patient in all ways, and like I've told you also, to trust God and also to be hardworking. These people that you're seeing that have made their things, they didn't just come out of the blue. People have worked hard for their things. So don't think you're just going to shoot up for the skies just like that. Everything takes patience. So just be patient, and when you make mistakes, because trust me, what is life without making mistakes? You're going to make these mistakes, but when you make these mistakes, just get up and do not look back with regrets. Move forward, because take each and every mistake of yours as a lesson and let it really, really be a lesson, and then move on.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're
Patience.
welcome.
I have personally been inspired by your story.
Thank
and,
you.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
Our
you.
dear viewers, I hope that our young girls, you have heard from Patience, being prayerful, being patient. Not everything good is going to come to you in the next 5 minutes. So it's always good to pray about it and wait and see. Thank you very much for watching. I want to remind you to please stop by Dotash Exclusive. Come and check out this beautiful furniture with unique colors. Make your home unique, comfortable and elegant. And I'm waiting to hear from you from all our different social media platforms. Super Soul Sisters, Sisters with a 3, and have a blessed evening.
See.
twali bato nga tetulina kabikonna nga tugenda mu kyalo abakulu beetala nga ffenna twekeja sekukulu etuse